G'day everyone, my name's Damien Cole and I'm your independent candidate for South Barwon. So as you probably all know, there's been a lot of talk about this Spring Creek development, or as I like to call it, the Spring Creek fiasco. And it's been going for quite some time, a lot longer than just this election. It's been going back well over a decade. So what I'd like to do is just kind of summarise exactly what's been going on, because I know there's a lot of political jargon that's going all in the newspapers and everything. So if we want to start, this is today. And what we're going to do is go way back to 2006, and we're going to use the Surf Coast Shire in orange. So here we have the Surf Coast Shire back in 2006, and what they did, they actually first flagged Spring Creek as a future development, which was going to go from Duffields Road all the way to Bellbrae. So from 2006 to 2008, there was consultation between the developers, and then there was also, this is in 2008, was when we had the consultation with the community. Then we had, we'll go purple for the community. In 2009, we had the Red Rally, actually, which was over 3,000 people came out, local residents. That's about a third of the town at the time. They came out and they actually opposed the development really strongly. There was a massive rally. Xavier Rudd played. So that was in 2009. And then thankfully the Surf Coast Shire then had a resolution in 2009 which said, all right, we're going to listen to the community, and we're going to hold back. We're going to keep the town boundary at Duffields Road. So then what we had, I don't know why this happened, but we had Justin Madden, the Labor Planning Minister, in 2010, who then actually came out and he declared that our town boundary was going to be moved 1 kilometre west of Duffields Road. So that's in 2010, Labor being red, obviously. So at the end of 2010, there was a state election. We'll put that in black. Very end of 2010, election, and in comes Liberal in the blue. All right, so we have the then Planning Minister, Matthew Guy, who comes in 2011, essentially threatens the Surf Coast Shire with a decision to be made on the Spring Valley, or risk ministerial intervention, where he basically decides what to do with it. And he used a school actually as bait, saying that this was the preferred area for a school and that we pretty much wouldn't get one without it. So that's 2011 in the blue, obviously. Luckily, we go back to orange. The Surf Coast Shire says, no, we're happy with the way it is. And then that forces Matthew Guy to back down and says, all right, we're not gonna do anything, that's fine. But then an independent planning panel, we're going to put that in blue, is appointed in 2013. And they find quite conveniently that, oh yeah, I think we should rezone the whole land 1 kilometre west of Duffields Road. So as of 2013, we have that. And then once again, we had the Surf Coast Shire say, no, we refuse that, we don't want that. But unfortunately, this colour is very persistent. In 2014, Matthew Guy overrides the whole of the Surf Coast Council and our whole community and approves the rezoning of the land. So, what's happened between 2014 and 2018? We go back to red. We've had Labor in power from 2014 through to today. Is black the developer's colour? Maybe we'll go consultation with people for the last couple of years there, right? A little bit of community consultation, but not too much. And what we had was, in the end of that, in 2017, we have the Surf Coast Shire then add 339 new lots to what was already an 1,800 lot development. So we're now looking at over 2,100 lots. So we're going to go back to this, and this is us, this is our community. With all of this going on, the whole time, we, the community, have been screaming, saying, can you please listen to us? Nobody wants this. We have a majority of our town, our community, that does not want this. Us. Not red, not blue, not orange, and not black. This is us. This is our community, and we are saying no. That's as simple as it is. Because you know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter what Liberal think. It shouldn't matter what Labor thinks. Do you know why I chose this colour purple? It's because it's blue and red mixed together, and that's our community. It's not either one or. This is our community. We've got to wake up. We've got to make a stand. This is for us. This is for our future. This is our community, not theirs, not the people up in Spring Street, not these greedy developers coming into our town and using it as a gushing ATM. This is us, and we want this community to be how we see it for our future. That's plain and simple. So, here's a little bit of a curveball. Now, look back here and just stay with me for a second. What if we go something completely different, which isn't just purely focused on economic gain for a select few? Why don't we do something for our whole community, which we can all be proud of, and actually move into the future, into the 21st century, with something that is going to be sustainable and resilient? I'm talking about buying back the whole of Spring Creek. Could be a bit of money, yep. But what we can do is, picture this, a beautiful, rejuvenated, nice, natural botanical garden, right? With all indigenous plants, bike paths going through it. We've got walking paths. We've got the local Wadawurrung as rangers. We could have a beautiful cultural centre in there. We could turn it into this absolutely amazing kind of tourist destination, and ecotourism at the fullest. We could have solar panels on all the north-facing hills, which could then be feeding into Jan Juk. We could have all kinds of manner of things. That would create jobs for us all. It's at the very start of the Great Ocean Road, so we could have tourists coming from Melbourne, we could have tourists coming from interstate, international, people who might not get to go all the way down the Great Ocean Road. And what we're doing is attracting people to our town for the right reasons, showing them how absolutely amazing this part of the world is. And that is a way that we can go forward, where we can actually have economic growth, we can have our social well-being, and be looking after our environment. We need to intertwine all three of those, and hey, then we have a happy community.